Welcome to the only daily podcast focusing on compliance news of the day. Each morning, start your day with a cup of coffee and Tom Fox, the voice of compliance, to hear about 4 of the top compliance, corruption, or leadership stories you will need to start your day. The Daily Compliance News is a production of the Compliance Podcast Network.
The Daily Compliance News for June 13, 2025, the all Boeing edition. We begin with a series of stories about the horrific Boeing Dreamliner 878 crash in India. We're going to consider it from a variety of angles, including the proposed settlement of the 737 MAX crash. Perhaps the biggest irony of this entire event was that, as reported by Common Dreams, the 737 MAX crash trial was scheduled to start next Monday. Well, that has obviously been put off by the deal that the publication called the Sweetheart Deal, the Trump DOJ gave to Boeing, where they completely raised the white flag and caved in to all of Boeing's demands. Well, now the question becomes, what happens if there's going to still have to be some sort of settlement? Well, now the court is going to have to put up with the, no doubt, howls from the victims, families of the victims of the 737 MAX crash. And I think there's going to be greater pressure on this Department of Justice, although they have made clear they do not care what the victims think or feel, that they're just going to say, you pay us more money and we'll give you a sweetheart deal. So what's going to happen there? Perhaps the most interesting article I came across came from TMZ. Yes, TMZ, a first-time contributor to the Daily Compliance News. And it reports that Boeing whistleblower John Barnett, who appeared on TMZ Live in January of 2024, raised concerns about the 787 Dreamliner. So we now have that as a part of the public record. And I was not aware of those concerns about the Dreamliner, but they were put forward, obviously, a long time prior to this crash. What that all means is we will have to wait and find out. The couple of articles, one from YaHoo and one from the BBC, basically ask, what does the Air India crash mean for Boeing? So we've got the 737 MAX settlement moving forward. What the court will do, as I said a little bit earlier, we don't know at this point. But whatever does mean, it will be increased pressure on Boeing, increased oversight of Boeing, and increased scrutiny of Boeing. Now, I'm sure Boeing itself has taken a huge body blow. Their stock was down between 5 and 10% on Thursday on the news of the crash. But for all of the employees at Boeing, it's going to be a blow for them as well, because they have been working assiduously, and Boeing has said that they have at least put a true culture of speak up in place, and that whistleblower reports have increased, and they bandied that as a huge plus for their revamped compliance program. Well, looks like they still have a ways to go. What all of this means, we will continue to watch the news and report the news on the Daily Compliance News. Have a great weekend.
The Daily Compliance News is a production of the Compliance Podcast Network and a proud member of C-Suite Radio. Thanks so much for listening. I hope you'll join me again tomorrow.